Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Coming up on the program, an update on the money wife tradition in Obanliku as the Cross River State House of Assembly seeks an end to the practice. Osun State Internal Revenue Service seals the Obafemi Awolowo University over tax issues. And Nigerian broadcasters have been charged to be objective and ensure balance and fairness in political reportage. That meeting held in Lagos today with all the Nigerian broadcasters representatives represented in Lagos State. We'll bring that story to you later on in the program. But first, the Speaker of the Cross River State House of Assembly, John Lebo, says he is shocked to learn of a tradition in Obanliku local government area where young girls are given out in marriage and as settlement for debt. According to the Speaker, a culture which subjects the girl child to all forms of slavery is unacceptable and punishable by law. He says the issue will be raised under a motion of urgent public importance and those involved will be summoned to a public hearing.
The Bacheve tribe of Obanliku local government area of Cross River State is now under the spotlight following reports of the plight of young girls who are used in exchange for favors or debt settlement in a practice called money marriage or money wife. It's a practice that has gone on for years where young girls, especially minors, are traded off. But all that is about to change with the state's lawmakers getting involved. The Speaker of the Cross River State House of Assembly, John Lebo, gives assurances of an end to the human rights abuse.
It's shocking in this day and age for such a practice to go on. First is, whatever culture is, the culture is repugnant to natural justice, equity and good conscience. And it has to be stopped. So what we are going to do, luckily the leader of the house is from Obanliku, so we are going to get a motion of urgent public importance, and then we are going to carry out a public hearing, do an inquest. It will be probably more like a town hall meeting with the community. We'll move the town hall meeting to the constituency, have engagement with them, do a situation analysis, just be sure of the truth of what's happening, and then if it is so, we have to find a way to educate them out of that, of this kind of practice. Is not acceptable for any reason. Any culture that is not in tandem with that violates human rights of people must end.
Other advocates against this practice are the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists and the Child Protection Network.
Government agencies, everybody, well-spirited Nigeria. As far as you know that you came, your mother was a woman, you have a sister, you have a daughter. Just imagine that your daughter was in that situation. Put yourself in their shoes, and you know that you must have, mobilize all resources to put an end to this barbaric tradition. Women journalists are coming together to ensure that we sensitize the public and join hands with other advocates to put an end to money marriage.
The victims and their families are hopeful that the practice will receive even wider attention so they can be freed from years of slavery.
And now in the southwest, where the Osun State Internal Revenue Service has shut down one of the country's leading tertiary institutions, Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife, over unremitted taxes. The institution is alleged to be owing the agency 1.844 billion naira in withholding taxes and development levy due in 2015 and 2016. The closure follows the expiration of a 7-day ultimatum issued to affected establishments by the Osun State government. Officials of the Revenue Task Force who arrived at the campus as early as 7 a.m. sealed the Senate chamber and the administrative building before proceeding to lock up the main gate of the university.
We just want to appeal to the state government. Being a university institution, that the state government should just allow us, to just go on with our normal business because of the future of the youth. And since this involves money, we have not said we will not pay. We have been faithful to an agreement to some extent, and is a thing that we will resolve soonest.
As at this morning, at the expiration of the 7 days notice, OAU refused to come, Samia refused to come. Yes, give it to them. Globalcom responded, Wetland responded, Nine Mobile responded, and so many others. But also others just ignored our call, and we feel that that is callous, wicked, and totally condemnable. That is why we have now come to enforce the order we got from the court to distrain. What we are talking about now, it's about 1.9 billion.
Also in the Southwest, this time to communications, Nigerian broadcasters have been challenged to adhere to the rules of objectivity, balance and fairness in the current political and social atmosphere. This challenge was thrown by the chairman of the Broadcasting Organizations of Nigeria, Mr. John Momo, at the opening of the 69th General Assembly of the Body of Broadcasters in Lagos. Mr. Momo, who is the chairman, CEO of Channels Media Group, also pointed out that in the current climate of misinformation and falsehood, journalists are required to show greater transparency and accountability to make the difference.
In the social and political circumstances that we live in, the broadcaster should strive to be a medium of moderation in such a way as to relay information with decorum, with logic of perspective, and to be dispassionate in news reporting. Last time I checked, our rules and codes of practice break this down as balance, objectivity, and fairness. As broadcasters, we could do more to support greater media literacy among the public by explaining the complex world we now live in, as well as better explain how we report it, own news judgment. Greater transparency and greater accountability are much needed in the current climate of misinformation, political lies, and widespread distrust. But, above all, the strength of the broadcaster's case to trust us, not them, will lie in sharp, confident, fair reporting. That means journalism that is differentiated, journalism that breaks from the pack, one that is clearly in touch with the public concerns and attitudes, and that which is confident in holding the powerful to account and calling out lies or spins.
As the county approaches the election campaign period, it is a responsibility of the broadcaster not to fuel the situation by broadcasting divisive rhetoric that threatens and compromises the corporate existence of Nigeria as a sovereign state. Otherwise, the necessary social context for the conduct of free and fair election will be eroded. In compliance with the provision of Section 9, subsection 1D of NBC Act, Cap 11, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, while granting license to each and every broadcaster, there was an undertaking that the license shall be used to promote national interest, unity, and cohesion. That it shall not be used to offend the religious sensibilities or promote ethnicity, sectionalism, hatred, and disaffection among the people of Nigeria.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Leaders from the Ogun West Senatorial District are strategizing on how to ensure the next governor comes from that zone. That's next. Please stay with us.